Hello, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for being here. I am so happy to have you here. On this video, I will give you an idea how you can reupholster this kind of sun visor. This belongs to a Cadillac. There are a lot of different sun visor, and if you have been working on this trade for a long time ago, you already know the whole process. You know that there are a lot of different ways how you can reupholster this kind of sun visor. But for those who are learning, maybe you don't have an idea how to do it. Maybe you have tried it, but at the end it doesn't come in like the way you want it. On this video, I will give you an idea how you can do it. One idea. There are a lot of different ways how you can do it. First, you have to make sure the lights are working. Then you have to remove those plastic. You can use a tiny flat screwdriver, or you can use a punch hole to remove those plastic. Then you have to remove one small Phillips screw, and I just did. Then you pull up that part. It will come in easily. In case you think you are not going to remember how to put it back, make sure to take a picture. That way it will be easy in case if you don't remember how to put it back. I am removing the old material. I will leave where the banding is. I will leave the old banding in there, but I will remove everything else. See? And I will remove this chrome too. I will put the chrome back. It had two. So I already cleaned it. Then I will put glue. A lot of people don't put glue. This is optional. This is optional. I always put glue, but I don't put a lot. And you can see them on there, just a little bit, enough to hold the material. You can wrap it with fabric. You can wrap it with vinyl, leather. I will use a headlining material. It is easy with this material. Then I will put glue in there. I make a cut. I will put glue just to fold it that part. See, I put glue, then I fold it. And then I will bring this material behind the chrome. And then I am gluing that material to the plastic. You can see it. Use the palm of your hand. Don't use your finger, because you don't want to create a mark in there. Then I got a spatula, and now I'm pushing the material between the plastic. So simple. So simple. Then I put glue right here too. And I get the material, then I start gluing to the plastic. Like I said before, to put glue, it is optional. You don't have to put glue. You have to put in a stitch, yes, to hold it. And then I use the spatula and tuck it in there. So after that, I will trim it, the size and the bottom part. A lot of people take it to a sewing machine, they put a stitch and then they trim it. I just cut it around the edge. Same thing right here. If you don't have a upholstery machine and you are planning to sew in this kind of sun visor, you won't be able. You have to have an industrial upholstery sewing machine. And here I am on my sewing machine. Check this out. I cut this piece of vinyl, 5.5 inches. Can be less, yes, can be less. But I cut it 5.5 inches by 40 inches. I'm going to sewing in there. How? If I try to do it just like that, it's hard. So what I do, I just cut, make some split, and that would be easier. And you can see them on there. The upholstery supplies sell the banding ready-made. But in case if you can afford or you can find the right color, you can make it this way. See, I made that split. I am sewing a little by little. That banding, it has to be attached to the edge. See, I pull it under, then I pull it on the top. This is one way how you can do this part. See? Slow. I'm not using extra accessory for my sewing machine, just the regular presser foot. There are some attachments that will help you too, but on those curves with attachment will be so difficult. I take my time, then I go a little by little. And that part, it is so important to pull it through inside of the sun visor. See? Don't leave it on the air. If the vinyl is stretched, that will be even better. But most of the time the vinyl doesn't stretch like the way we want it. This is the simple way how you can wrap a sun visor. Can be leather, can be fabric or vinyl, or headliner material. And there it is. I am touching if it is on the air, and everything is attaching to the plastic of the sun visor. You just saw me sewing that banding onto that sun visor. What is next? I'm going to take it to a table and I will cut it closer to the stitch. The secret right here, it is the scissor. The scissor, it has to be so sharp on the tips, so sharp. Then you have to cut close to the stitch, close as possible to the stitch. Very important. Like right there, I am showing you. Close to the stitch. If the stitch is crooked, when you cut it, because you are following the stitch, that cut will be look crooked too. So make sure to take some time to sew it nice. That way when you cut it will look nice too. Then I just put this crumb in there and that's it. So simple. I'm going to cut right here, but I am not going to show you how you can reupholster where the mirror is located. No, that is so simple compared to this. You just get the mirror, cut a piece of material with 1/4 of an inch extra all around, then put glue and start tacking in between those plastics. So simple. I am not going to show you that part, but I will show you this other sun visor. This, it is a presser foot. It's a guide for the top stitch 1/4 of an inch, and you can see you have a special thing in there. I will replace the regular presser foot for this one. The purpose to use this kind of accessory in a top stitch and on this kind of sun visor, it is to have full control. You might say, well, I have a full control on a top stitch and on this sun visor without the accessory. I have a full control too, my friend, without this accessory. But the purpose to use this accessory, it is for production. It is for those who are learning. It is for those who are having a hard time putting a nice top stitch or sewing a sun visor with a nice stitch. That is the purpose of this accessory. You can see it. You see the little thing, the little lips on the presser foot? Well, that little thing keep the sun visor there. Prevent the sun visor to go inside the sewing machine. If the sun visor go inside, that stitch will come crooked, and I don't want that. You don't want that. So that is the purpose to use this kind of accessory. So simple, so easy. There is a banding attachment that you can buy for banding, but on sun visor, it's still hard to use it because those corners you can sew in straight using a banding attachment, but not on sun visor. It's too complicated. I have a banding attachment and I haven't tried to use them on sun visor, but it's better to do it with the regular presser foot or with the top stitch guide. And there it is, my friend. You can see the stitch. With this accessory, not a big deal. I know if you have been working on this trade, you can do this with an accessory and that stitch coming perfectly too. But for those who are learning, I just give you an idea. See, regular presser foot right there, and the one where I just used. On the first sun visor, I showed you how you can put banding on the sun visor, and on this one, just one stitch. A lot of different ways how you can wrap or reupholster a sun visor. I just showed you 2 of them. So thank you, my friend, for watching this video. I hope you enjoy it. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel if this is the first time that you are watching this video. One more thing, on the last sun visor, I didn't show you how you can wrap it. Why I didn't show you? Well, because I have a more sun visor. Just go to the playlist and look for a sun visor. You will see the whole